Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. Good morning and good also, hopefully good week to all of you guys out here. I know it's a little bit of a struggle, especially because some of you guys actually had to go back to work after the nice little holidays, but we actually do have a lot of things to go and cover when it comes to this week, when it comes to restocks. We have a lot of big retailers that are overdue. We have a lot of big retailers that are basically hopefully going to be happening all throughout this week. It should be confirmed too as well. And on top of that, we have a lot of little mid-tier places. I will go ramble a little bit into this entire video, give you guys a little bit more extra details and extra information. Although, as you guys probably know, we just had the holiday, so a lot of big retailers probably dropped a lot of stock for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and all the weeks beforehand too as well. So just keep that in mind. And as well, I do want to let you guys also know I'm going to record this video just a little bit on the earlier side too as well, just because I still have all the family stuff going on too on top of that. So just in case there was any, like say an Amazon restocked randomly in the middle of that stuff or something like that, hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't throughout the video, but I did go cover all the stuff in the daily video. So if you guys are on top of that, you guys should be caught on up as well. We also have a little walk-in stuff. We have other various stuff too as well. And overall should be hopefully a pretty good week before we go and dive into the brand new, almost weird to say, 2022. Now, for a really quick sells before we kind of fully dive into the gusto of the video itself, number one, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway on the channel itself. We do also have a link tree link down below if you guys want to have bonuses giveaway entries if you guys want to, as well put on the notifications for the channel itself. We do have the Amazon links down below, which I'm sure you guys have heard about too as well, quite a bit. We made a few videos on there, we saw stock arrivals for, etc., etc. Link down below with all the PS5 digital console and controller. The Twitter and Twitch stream as well. Not always the best when it comes to Twitter. If you guys just want to go and follow for updates or tweets or whatever, feel free to, or just to be able to go contact me or whatever. Twitch, where I usually just go play video games and hang out later on at night if you guys are just bored. We also do have the Weeble. As always, sign up for Weeble. You deposit $100. Just so you guys know, you just basically get free stock, free money just for signing up for it. You always just withdraw it, sell it, all that good stuff, and same thing too as well, the Coinbase. And last but not least, we actually have Samsung. Links down below for the SSDs, which I do highly recommend. And also, we do have a nice little last-minute giveaway reminder, too, for a Model D, just in case you want to do a really quick, easy giveaway entry. That'll be linked down below. So let's go dive in the video itself. So as I mentioned, the big focus of this is going to be on the Amazon drop. I'm making this video a little bit earlier in the day, though, so hopefully it doesn't drop randomly. I guess I'm either making this video or doing this video or happen a few hours before. If it did for whatever reason, just guys go maybe skip ahead. We always have the timestamps down below, but it also cover in the day-to-day video. Same with all the other Best Buy stuff, so we'll touch on that. So first and foremost, as I mentioned, Amazon. When it comes to Amazon, we did actually have the official confirmation too as well. Also knowing my luck, it probably dropped 20 minutes ago as this video goes up, but we actually had the official website confirmation that the drop will be ongoing by the 31st. So it will be going on. It will be happening throughout this week, if not already earlier on today. If it does, like I said, I'll put some annotations or comments, or you guys want to comment down below, you guys totally can. But when it comes to that, we are watching that for Amazon Prime members. You do have to be a Prime member for that drop going on. And as well, you could also sign up for student trials too if you guys want to keep it nice and easier, or even a 1-month trial. I do believe those should work. I do not think, and I mean, in theory, it also might not. We have to see how the drop goes, but I think it does work, and I think it has worked on prior Amazon restocks. So in case you guys want to, Walmart Plus only allows paid members. Amazon might work out for free Prime trials. But when it comes to all those restocks themselves, we have been seeing Amazon. You usually do want to try your best. If you guys can, maybe add it to your favorites or add it to your basically your shopping list. You know how people have wedding registries and stuff like that. And sometimes whenever that does go and happen, that does let you go and check out from the drop whenever it does go live. So just a little bit of a side, I guess, kind of heads up / note for that too as well. But like I said, once again, I probably dropped it I don't know, 9 o'clock or something like that. Just gonna go, just whatever, it's my luck as usual. But when it comes to that stuff, maybe have that on a guest registry if you guys can. That does kind of help it out, because sometimes the website itself does go and crash and has issues, which is not good to go and see. Because basically, if you have all those issues floating around, you can't load the page, you can't go do the checkout itself. So that's why I sometimes recommend having your own separate side. As well, we also did have confirmation of stock arriving. So it does kind of seem like this drop is pretty much almost imminent. We've had it pretty much in most locations, East Coast, West Coast, and Central too as well. So all that stuff put together, we are watching that. That should be pretty much throughout this week. It is confirmed throughout this week too as well. Again, so like I said, a few times in case I just randomly dropped it earlier on today too as well. So watch for that. Watch that all throughout today. We already had the Xbox for that too as well, so I'm not going to have any Xbox. Halo Infinites, we have not seen any. We did also know the last drop had a little bit of canceled orders from the last Amazon drop a while ago, and Microsoft's also making more consoles. So we'll be watching that throughout the week. We'll be watching PS5s throughout the week. Xbox is normally not so much. Probably PS5 Digital's on the middle as well. So that's pretty much the big boy for this week we'll be watching for and trying to get more updates for, etc., etc. The next big one, Best Buy. Now, Best Buy never actually did a proper normal restock right before all the holidays, which is kind of surprising to me. So if you guys want to be able to look out, usually Mondays have been pretty good total tech days when it comes to PlayStation 5s or even Xboxes. So keep that in mind. We actually haven't had a total tech restock in quite some time. We've had a lot of open restocks, which maybe they were doing that right before the holidays. That's usually for almost any day throughout the week, Monday through Friday, around the 10 a.m. range to around the 5 or 6 p.m. range when it comes to Best Buy. We did have Xbox Series X's as of last week, and also GPUs as well. So right now, that's kind of why we're a little bit more on the special side for the PS5. It's been like a few weeks since the last PS5 restock, I believe 2 weeks so far. And once again, we also did have some walk-ins going on for Best Buy. So first and foremost, we actually may have just had some of those stores that had extra stock be maybe just more towards walk-ins. So that also kind of maybe somewhat tones down the likelihood of a Best Buy restock throughout the week itself. But we'll still be watching for it, waiting for it, and hopefully go pretty good for all of you guys. But we'll also be watching throughout this week. If any of you guys casually go check Best Buy, you guys see stock, please send me a tweet, send me an email, send a message, and I'll have a chance to go and see it whenever they go and pop on up. But we did see quite a few in the South, a little bit in California, a little bit in Ohio. So now that the holidays are all done, maybe we'll have even more stock showing up in the stores themselves for Best Buy. So we'll be watching that. We'll be seeing that all around in general. So good stuff with that, and basically watching it. And also, like I said, could also be public, could also be total tech, depends on all that stuff. The next big one to be on the lookout for is going to be on the GameStop. So we did go mention on the day-to-day video, GameStop has still seen some locations, especially because some stores were closed or had minimal options for hours on the holiday and also on Sunday. If you guys want to go and check your stores for the past drop for the PS5 bundles and Xbox bundles, you guys can still be on the lookout for them in case you guys want to. Now, I just want to let you guys know some stores have already sold out. If you're in a high population area, high density area, whatever it is, the stock will probably be a little bit more on the lower side. That's maybe just because for that one, it's been a few weeks. I don't know about 3 weeks. It's been about a week or so since the last drop kind of happened. But as I mentioned, some of the stores didn't open. Some stores Hassel even had, I mentioned this on the earlier video, voicemails where they're like, hey, if you want to go and show up and get some stock, you guys totally can. Be on the lookout for it. Basically like whenever the stores open up, call your representative, call your store, etc. So we did have some people go and report on that throughout this overall weekend when the stores were closed or after hours. So it does kind of seem like the stores are still okay with that. They understand it. We also did go and see GameStop go and tweet out about the drops even a few days after. So all the prior drops, they never did like a second tweet. So it kind of seems like the sales are a little bit more on the slower side. So if you guys are very dedicated, you guys really want to go get your consoles, go be on the lookout for them. Call your local stores. They are also only in select stores too as well. If you guys missed those, maybe check my Best Buy videos, like maybe like from like 3 days ago or so. We showed the maps, we showed the stores, etc. Or the website listing might still be up. So keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to online listings, as of yesterday, we did not go and see any like preemptive pro member tweet signups, tweets, emails, Instagrams, whatever it is. So this week is not confirmed. And as well, also the fact that they just did so many walk-ins for both the Xbox and PlayStations might go and tone down the likelihood of a GameStop restock this week. But sometimes we've also seen them even go and do walk-ins and as well as online orders. So we'll still be watching for them. We also have had the rumors for all the Halo Infinites, which were actually being shipped out by the 28th from the Microsoft Directs. We'll get to that in a little bit. There's always that small chance that maybe just throughout this week, they may even want to work in a YOLO Halo Infinite drop. We don't know too much information on that, but as we are seeing more being produced and more retailers getting stock, it does bump up the likelihood for that. So we'll be watching that especially throughout this week or the next week, just in case they have. We haven't seen any major big retailers restock anything besides Walmart Canada for the Halo Infinites as of recently, so it kind of tones down the likelihood for it. But with GameStop being an official partner with Microsoft, it does bump it up at least a decent bit throughout this week. So, small chance for onlines. We'll see if we get any more information throughout this week. And of course, obviously, make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications on. If we see those like teasers and other messages, we'll let you guys know throughout this week. GameStop does at least seem somewhat likely. We still know that Amazon's confirmed. Best Buy looks overdue. GameStop looks somewhat likely, and also with the walk-in information. So the next big one's going to be on the Target side. Target, I'm going to be honest with you guys, very, very slim chance of them doing a restock this week. Some stores actually might still be sitting on some stock, and we'll get for more information for you guys throughout this next few days if we can. But with them doing a double drop, basically back to back, which is probably just more so just for the holidays themselves, you know, Christmas and stuff like that, I'm probably going to assume that there's going to be no PlayStation 5s from Target throughout this week. Though I never want to go and say never, because some stores still were sitting on stock. Although, like I said, 2 drops in a back-to-back, probably a little bit more on the unlikely side. So we'll be watching if there's any more stock arrivals or movements or warehouse stuff. I'm probably going to assume Target might go on a nice little like 2 to 3 week break to build up stock, move some inventory, and all of that. So that's a little bit more on the X-Day for this week for PlayStations, but I'm sure you guys have heard this hundreds of times if you guys watch the day-to-day videos. Halo, or not, normal Xbox is popping up pretty much everywhere still. In almost every single location, the Xboxes for Target have been popping up in stock, popping up on shelves, popping up pretty much literally everywhere. So it's always worth it to call your local store. I think the tech centers as of now are pretty used to walk-ins and people ask about walk-ins, get information on walk-ins. So be on the lookout for that, or just usually just if you guys want to show up at the stores themselves whenever they do open, that usually is a nice sign as well, because you guys basically just go and check the tech areas and go and see if they're on the shelves and on the stock. Sometimes you have to ask the employees themselves to find more information on it, and they can kind of usually go give you guys the details for it. Or as well, sometimes you just have to go and also just like go and check online if they have Xbox All Accesses available for the consoles. That usually does mean they're available in store, because obviously if they want to go and have you sell the Xbox Series like X's as an all access, then you have the all access stock to go and do that in the first place. So keep that in mind. We are watching that. If you guys want to go check your stores, we're seeing W's all the time, every single day. It is various. It is nationwide. Depends on the managers in the store. We are still seeing that. Now the next one's gonna be on Walmart. Now, when it comes to Walmart, Walmart might have a small change throughout this week, but I kind of feel like they probably went and future sold a decent bit. Mainly because a lot of the stores are also still having issues processing and delivering orders, even from the 12/13 drop. In some of the stores and stocks overdue on January 4th to 5th, and then also some to like the 13th to the 16th, depending on which drop you guys were a part of. So I just want to let you guys know when it comes to all of that stock. I probably would assume Walmart might be a little bit more on the quieter side throughout this week. It would make sense because they're overdue on stock. And as well, if they don't have to give out more gift cards or coupons or all that type of stuff. And as well, they also just don't even have the stock from Sony themselves. They probably can't go and guesstimate on when the next future restocks will be. But there's always that chance. We actually have seen Walmart go and do drops and we kind of don't anticipate it. But once again, with it just being Christmas, almost just being done, I'm sure a lot of places try to flood the market with the stock as much as they can and have a little bit of a small recovery period before they kind of get back into more restocks and restock grinds. So kind of play that by ear. We have seen them kind of pop off, and even like, I think even 1 week I even did a weekly video, and then an hour later I'm like, well, we'll see throughout the week, and then they literally had the website all updated. So if you've seen that stuff, I'll let you guys go and know ASAP. Like once again, I'm usually done with work around 12, and I'm usually making this video just a little bit earlier, so that I didn't miss anything super much. So keep that in mind. Also Xboxes too, with kind of the same issue. Some of them are getting kind of moved and processed. So hopefully those all get sorted. I think whenever most people get their consoles, then we'll probably be able to go and just anticipate up another Walmart restock in the near future. So that's pretty much about it for all the big boys over here. Once again, Amazon, Best Buy, those are the two big double whammies for the week. Everything else, a little bit more on the quieter and chiller side. Now we do have some mid-tier stuff. PS4X. Now, we actually did have a few PS4X throughout these past few weeks, although not as many as we thought. We did not go and send any emails get sent out beforehand, and it did kind of seem like they're doing a 2-day advance notice for folks. So we'll let you guys know throughout these next few days. Usually Monday sometimes let us have emails sent for Tuesdays or Wednesdays, although I'd probably be surprised if they even had any right, like literally like the day right after Christmas. Like it might be a little bit of a chilly week besides them, but at least we do know that Amazon is confirmed for this week. So keep that in mind. We didn't see any emails. If we do see anyone, I'll let you guys know in a confirmed YouTube video, and probably throw in some other news as well on that same exact video. Microsoft Directs, we did see some on Thursday and Friday as of last week, though once again with the holidays, I'm sure not as many folks are probably working to be able to go send out those emails, make sure the website's working and all of that. So we'll probably get back in the fray of things as of today. So if we see any more emails floating around, we'll let you guys know. We were seeing a lot of Halo Infinites with those, which is very nice to go and see. Now for other retailers, Online these past 2 weeks have been very, very on the drier side when it comes to consoles. Same thing too as Costco and Sam's Club. Costco and Online are both around the same drop times, around the 8 a.m. to around like the 5 p.m. or so. Once again, if there's any small little drop between them, hopefully you guys don't mind. But when it comes to all the consoles themselves, they also are very much overdue for pretty much everything. Online had a really weak past 2 weeks or so, not even like special Christmas drops. So if any PlayStations, digitals, or Xboxes show on up, it'd probably be throughout this week, especially because they always promise at least their once a week drop. Halo Infinites could also be dropped with a really big bundle. We did see Gamefly also get Halo Infinites, so it does not seem unlikely. And they also were also one of the big retailers to go and drop Halo Infinite bundles. So just keep that in mind. As well, same thing too as well when it comes to Gamefly. Gamefly did go do a lot of restock these past 2 or 3 weeks, even more than I was anticipating. So I'd probably say a little bit more on the calmer side throughout this week, although they could also drop a normal Xbox bundle. We did see them do Halo Infinite bundles and PlayStations before, although somewhat on the costly side. Still very nice and good restocks. And I mean, I can't really complain about any restock at all. You guys know what I mean. Also, someone over here just got a nice little gifted sub over there. So thank you guys. If you guys ever Prime subs on your Twitch account, feel free to go link it over there and drop a sub if you guys want to. So thank you very much. Thank you. As well, also when it comes to more stuff, when it comes to that, Gameplay, like I said, Xbox is overdue. Also, the next one will be on the Costco side. So we didn't mention this in the day-to-day video when we saw it. Costco did actually have Halo Infinite consoles available, but they never actually really saw anyone go and buy them. So throughout this week, we'll probably be watching that throughout the early morning hours. Same thing too as well with the PlayStation 5 bundles and Xbox bundles. For both Sam's Club, Costco, and BJ's, which we'll cover in a second, you have to be members, so keep that in mind. But Costco, usually in the early morning hours. Once again, though, they did also do quite a few drops, like 4 weeks of non-stop flow in the markets, which might have just been for pre-Christmas stock. But as well, a lot of these retailers may just also have gotten like delayed shipments or just even have extra stock. So they'll be watching that all in general. So keep that in mind, all these early morning hours. Same thing with Anton Line too. Sometimes Anton Line will also go and tease it. If we see any teases, we'll let you guys know either up on Twitter or all that good stuff. Next, we'll also be on the BJs. So BJs, we actually haven't seen too many online listings for them as of recently for both the PS5 and Xboxes. So be on the lookout and watch them if you guys would like to. So nothing super crazy, no kind of big rumors, no big updates for that. We also have now also been switching over to some of the quick yellows before we get to walk-ins. But Verizon, we did see them go and update the PS5 Digital. Did not go and see any more updates from that as of yet. PS5 disc editions were sent out, and they did do a few small walk-ins for the PS5 disc editions. So in case they want to go work in another one, although they probably would have did it right before the holidays, we'll still be watching throughout this week. Same thing with Urban Outfitters, Kohl's, and all those other places. We didn't see any more restock waves or bundles from them. We'll keep on being watchful of them throughout this week itself. If we get any more updates, we'll let you guys know in the day-to-day videos, obviously. Now, also for walk-ins too. Myers did have a lot of PlayStation 5s. We've been covering that throughout this week in itself. So if you guys do want to go pick up any PlayStation 5 consoles, go creep on Myers. We're seeing lots of we saw like 30, 40 stock arrivals for the stores themselves. No Xboxes though, no Xbox Series X Halo Infinite editions either, which kind of stinks. But PlayStation 5s, we've been seeing them floating around everywhere. We've had employees go and confirm stock. We've had people walk in the stores, etc. Some folks are actually getting those all throughout the holiday hours and extended hours. Although as of once again, today / these next few days, the stores might be more so only officially and kind of normally open and kind of vibing vibe. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that as well. If we see any more Xboxes, we'll let you guys know. Halo Infinite 2 as well. We do have a nice little employee contact for Northern Indiana, which does kind of help out the stock in general. Next one will be on the BJs, as we mentioned. We have been seeing very, very small amounts of PlayStation 5 bundles showing on up on the right side, east side of the coast. We haven't seen any more Xbox bundles or Halo Infinite bundles, but if you guys want to check in walk-ins, we actually have seen quite a few of those pretty much almost everywhere. So be on the lookout for those. I'll maybe call your employees. It always depends on the store, depends on the area, depends on the stock. And overall, if you guys want to go get it, it's always worth just kind of maybe driving or checking. Usually same for all these grocery store chains. I just recommend maybe go picking up food or getting your normal groceries, just maybe casually asking and seeing. As well, when it comes to Fred Meyer's and Kroger's, we have seen a lot more PlayStation 5 bundles floating around, which is always very nice to go and see. We love seeing those consoles. We love seeing people getting the hookup. It's always nice. No more Xboxes, not as of these past few days, but you guys can always go and check the apps if you guys want to. And because the apps themselves are usually pretty good, pretty solid. They sometimes have like a preemptive thing or have like available in your local store area. And some people are actually using that for the Halo Infinite consoles. HEBs, we have not seen any more Xbox Series X walk-ins. And don't forget always about the military walk-ins too. Military online for like the Nigh Navy Exchange or other various places, or someone on the overdue side. Same thing too as well with PlayStation walk-ins and Xbox, normal Xbox walk-ins. They've been very, very prevalent pretty much around everywhere. So if you guys want to check nationwide, depending on the area, depending on the stock, it's always should be pretty good. If you guys are in the Navy, it's probably easier to go call them. They're probably more respectful and give you guys the quick details. Sometimes if you guys go and call normal stores, they're not as active. As well, when it comes to Xbox Series X Halo Infinites, haven't seen too many up in the military locations. There's always those very small, weird chances like the Adormas and stuff, although those have been a little sketchy and they were future selling some stock. But if you see any good stuff, we'll let you guys all go and know. So keep that in mind. As well as also lastly too, we did also mention that India will be receiving a very big restock wave on the 28th. So that should be tomorrow. So if any of you guys do want to go and pick up any stock there, if you guys are Indian or have Indian family, keep them in the mind and let them know. Although that does sometimes affect the global restock itself, plus also right after Christmas. So just in case it's a little more of a chiller and quieter week, don't mind them. Once again, though, we're still watching for Amazon. But that is all confirmed, and that probably will be a very, very large batch because there's a lot of folks that do live in India. So just in case, like in these restocks might be a little bit more on the smaller side, we'll keep you guys in the loop. But that's pretty much about it for me on this video itself. Like I said, if any random stuff, hopefully I didn't get unlucky. When it comes to this, I'll probably go get back to normal weekly videos, probably as of next week itself. But hopefully Amazon didn't like randomly restock it like, at a really weird time as I'm maybe if I'm even making this video itself, I'm always worried about that. And same with Best Buy, but those will probably be the big boys to be on the lookout for, besides all the walk-ins and all the various stuff. We'll give you guys more updates all throughout the week, so make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch room as well. Link down below if you guys want to follow. Samsung links down below too as well if you guys want to check out the SSDs. We also do have the Weeble. Sign up for that Weeble always, and the Coinbase. And I just appreciate you guys all so much for watching with all the other links down below. And I'll see you guys later on throughout today for some more brand new videos. Love you guys.